Hello, my name is Gianna Babs. This is week 2 of microbiology, September 11th, 2019. And in this lab, we will be culturing microbes in a nutrient broth and allowing it to incubate. So I have a S. epidermidis, E. coli, as well as a yeast that we are going to put into a broth and incubate and see how that grows. So I'm going to light my candle, which will be used to sterilize the broth tubes as well as the culture tubes. I have my sterilized test tube in alcohol. So first we are going to take the E. coli culture, open that up, and what I'm going to do is label this first broth, nutrient broth, with E. coli so that I know which test tube is holding each culture. So I'm going to take my nutrient broth and I'm going to put it into the flame to sterilize this top, the opening. As well, I'm gonna open up the E. coli and sterilize that as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna take my sterilized pipette, making sure that all of the alcohol is out of it. Be careful not to touch the rim that we have just sterilized, and pipette 0.25 of the broth. Being careful not to touch the rim of either. We're going to pipette that in and put this back into our alcohol. Next, I'm going to replace the lid and shake it up so that the E. coli tablet dissolves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my pipette again, making sure as to not touch the rim. I'm going to pipette all of the culture and place it back into my broth. Now I'll put my pipette back into the alcohol, close this, and flame my broth again to re-sterilize. And then place the lid onto my broth. Now I will repeat these steps for my S. epidermidis. Next, I have my yeast. So I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of water and half of my yeast, a half packet of my yeast, we're gonna set the rest aside for another experiment. And approximately a quarter cup of water. And I'm going to swirl until the yeast and water have come together. After this has swirled properly, I have to wait 10 minutes before the next instruction. After 10 minutes, my yeast has minimal froth, but we're gonna continue to put it in our nutrient broth. So I'm gonna take my tube and sterilize it with the flame, as well as my sterilized pipette from the alcohol, making sure that no alcohol has remained in the pipette. And I'm going to get a 0.25 milliliters of yeast mixture, making sure not to touch the rim. Add to my broth. Oh man, that was way more. And then I will sterilize the opening once more before sealing with the lid. So that is the end of this lab. An overview of the lab is we took E. coli, S. epidermidis, and S. cerevisiae, and we are forming cultures to grow and incubate over the next 48 hours. Hello, my name is Gianna Babs, and I am back after the 48 hours of incubation time for these 3 cultures. We have S. cerevisiae, E. coli, and S. epidermidis. So you can see my face. What we're going, as you can see, there is growth as well as fogginess. And what we're going to do is take these cultures and swab them into the agar plates. So first we're going to take E. coli and flip it over. We're going to take a loop and shake out the alcohol until it is dry, being careful not to touch it with anything so that it can remain sterile. My flame is lit so that I can sterilize the lid as well. Get the inoculation loop and shake it to drive the alcohol. And being sure not to touch the rim. Swab our culture. Next, I am going to very carefully open the lid and swab in a zigzag manner in quadrant 1. Replace my lid and put my loop back into my alcohol. So I'm going to re-sterilize my lid. And replace the cap. What I'm going to do next is take my loop, shake it, and take a portion of quadrant 1 into quadrant 2. Replace the lid and put it back in alcohol. Now I will wait 20 seconds to re-sterilize my loop and proceed to quadrant 3. Now I will dry my loop. And take a portion of quadrant 2 into quadrant 3. Replace the lid and put it back into my alcohol for another 20 seconds. Okay, the 20 seconds has completed. Again, shaking my loop to make sure that it is dry from the alcohol. I'm coming to my final quadrant of the E. coli. And there you go. This same procedure will be used for S. cerevisiae and S. epidermidis. And that is it for this lab. Thank you.